What's going on, guys? Jason Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer content. And today is going to be Tuesday the 11th of August. We have confirmed deals to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do out good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time, there'll be a new video for you to look forward to. And finally, drop a comment below, I'll try to respond to as many as I can. So first up today, we have got a pretty big transfer, and that is the Ghent striker Jonathan David. He is set to complete a move to Lille. This story is according to various outlets, but in particular L'Equipe, and it could well be announced already. The 20-year-old will join the French outfit for a fee of about €32 million, and that includes potential bonuses. The deal is set to be finalised on Monday. So for me right now at about 2 PM on Monday, it hasn't been announced, but by Tuesday at some point it should be completed. He was recently linked to a move to the Premier League, but instead he's going to sign a 5-year contract with a Ligue 1 side. And the next story is that Chelsea have confirmed Pedro has left the club. He was there for 5 years and is now set to join Roma on a 2-year deal, which should be confirmed in the coming days. Frank Lampard did say this a couple weeks ago, but they did make it all official yesterday and he should be joining the Serie A club on a free deal. Then we have got a double transfer for Villarreal. AS are saying they're set to sign Dani Parejo and Francis Coquelin from Valencia. A deal is in place for both players to switch clubs, with a total fee expected to be well below €20 million. Reports suggest it could be as low as 12 to 13 million. Parejo is expected to sign a 3-year contract, while French midfielder Coquelin will put pen to paper on a 4-year deal. And I know Valencia are trying to do a rebuild and looking to get rid of a lot of players, but it seems like they're getting rid of those two players for such a small amount of money. Wigan have accepted a bid of £1.9 million from Sheffield United. That's for left back Anthony Robinson. That's just 8 months after he almost joined AC Milan in a £6 million deal. The fee is low due to a relegation clause, and obviously right now it's very tough times for Wigan. They are currently in administration, and because of that they've got to sell players in order to pay wages and pay football creditors. Ethan Ampadu will likely be loaned to Premier League new boys Fulham next season. The Welsh defender spent last season on loan from Chelsea to RB Leipzig, but struggled for game time in the Bundesliga, and that story is from The Athletic. I think this transfer will be very good for pretty much everyone involved, because not only will he be very close to Chelsea if he goes to Fulham, he's likely to get more first team opportunities there than he did at Leipzig. Lazio are ready to launch a bid for Fenerbahce forward Vedat Muriqi, and this is according to Gazzetta dello Sport. The Italian outfit are hoping to land the 26-year-old signature, and they're trying to get him for a cut price fee of €20 million. That's amid his current employer's uncertain financial situation. The forward scored 17 goals in 36 games across all competitions for Fenerbahce last season, and he could well be a good backup to Immobile. Milan's Ricardo Rodriguez is closing in on a move to Torino, and this is according to Calcio Mercato. The 27-year-old looks set to lead the San Siro, that's despite still having 1 year left to run on his current contract. Rodriguez only featured in 5 games for Milan last season, that's before being sent out on loan to PSV. A pretty big story now for MLS fans, and in particular Inter Miami, is that RMC and various outlets are saying that Matuidi, he underwent a medical in Paris yesterday. The 33-year-old is set to join the MLS side Inter Miami, and they already have agreed personal terms. He could make his way to the MLS club on a free transfer as well. That's if his contract at the Allianz Stadium is terminated a year early. I believe he signed a contract extension not too long ago, like literally a couple months back, but that was so he wouldn't leave on a free initially. A very short story from Sport TV is that Arsenal have seen a £28.9 million bid rejected. That's for Sporting wonderkid Jolson Fernandez. He has got a release clause at about £45 million, and it looks like Arsenal are very much interested. Schalke attacking midfielder Amine Harit is a subject of interest from Borussia Dortmund, Barcelona and Valencia, and that story is from Le 10 Sport. The 23-year-old Morocco international scored 7 goals in 28 matches last season, and by doing so, he has impressed Schalke's rivals Dortmund as well as La Liga sides. They mention how Dortmund have already considered making a bid, whereas for Barca and Valencia, they have already reached out to Schalke to discuss a possible deal. And the next story is from the Mirror. They sent Celtic striker Odsonne Edouard his Leeds United's top summer target for this window. It's expected that the France under-21 international will cost in the region of 20 to 30 million, but there are a lot of teams monitoring his situation, including Leicester, Brighton, and now Leeds United. Inter have identified Manchester United defender Chris Smalling as a transfer target, and this is according to Gazzetta dello Sport. The Nerazzurri have turned their attention to the English centre-back, that's after failing to sign Nikola Milenkovic from Fiorentina. I mentioned yesterday how Inter were pretty confident about spending 40 million on Milenkovic, but to be fair, Chris Smalling would cost less than half of that. Real Madrid will offer either Toni Kroos or Isco, that's as part of a deal to sign Paulo Dybala from Juventus, and this is according to Sport Media Set. The Spanish side's offer would have a total of over 100 million euros. Juventus though, they are determined to keep the Argentine forward because they're looking to rebuild under new manager Andrea Pirlo. And for Dybala, of course, he's had a fantastic season with Juve, but unfortunately for them were knocked out of the Champions League. But then again, so were Real Madrid. Now, one thing to consider is that Florentino Perez, the Real Madrid president, he did make it pretty public that this transfer window, it will be very quiet. And bringing a player in such as Dybala definitely isn't being quiet, but I suppose the overall fee is definitely adjusted because of either Kroos or Isco being included, but it still costs a fair amount on top of that. Wilfried Zaha has said, "I can't control everything everyone does." That's in response to a video on Instagram in which he appears to point at a Zaha to Arsenal sign. The Crystal Palace forward was heavily linked with a switch to Arsenal, the club he supported as a youngster, that's prior to last season, but instead the Gunners opted to spend big on Nicola Pepe from Lille. In the Instagram story, which did go viral on social media, Zaha was seen in a club in front of the sign, and the actual caption of it did say, "So me and Wilfried Zaha have a message for you guys at Arsenal." Now again, he said that he can't control what other people do, but it does seem that he will be leaving Crystal Palace. Barcelona are hoping to tempt Bernardo Silva to La Liga, and they may offer Manchester City a cash plus player deal in response, and this story is from the Telegraph. The Blaugrana are interested in the Portugal international services and they hope to bring him to the Camp Nou. Convincing City to part way with a prize player though will be potentially difficult, and Barca are planning to use Nelson Semedo as part of a prospective bargain. They haven't mentioned how much it would add on top of Semedo, but City really aren't short in the right back area. They have Kyle Walker and Joao Cancelo. But then again, you go back about 2 months or so ago and the stories were they'd offer Semedo to Man City, but it was essentially in exchange for Cancelo. Jadon Sancho is now extremely unlikely to sign for Manchester United this summer, and this story is from Kicker in Germany. Solskjaer's side were told they needed to match Dortmund's £108 million valuation, that's before they left their pre-season training camp if a deal was to be done. However, Sancho was among the players to depart for Switzerland yesterday, meaning United missed the cut-off point. Jadon Sancho has also made it clear very early on that if a move to Manchester United failed to materialise, he would work with the same dedication and commitment for the success of the club. So he won't throw the toys out the pram, whatever that saying is, and he essentially won't do what Dembele done a couple years ago. But despite the deadline passing of the 10th of August, I would still be very surprised if United say offered €120 million in a week's time. I think Dortmund would still accept it. And the Daily Mail have a story tying in with the Jadon Sancho situation. They said Man United have identified Douglas Costa as their backup option if they are unsuccessful in signing Jadon Sancho. Reports a few days ago suggested Costa is available for transfer and Juve would use the funds then to sign Federico Chiesa from Fiorentina. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 am UK time, there'll be a new video for you to look forward to. So thank you for watching, I'll see you next time.